Hi, I'm Dave. My wife Trudy and I set out on a holiday trip to Green Turtle Key in the Bahamas Abaco Island group. The trip was made aboard our Boston whaler Realm Petronella. We recruited our Hobe Sound, Florida neighbors Brad and Megan to share in our adventure. This is Brad taking a turn at the wheel. Brad and I have common interests in fishing and scuba diving. Trudy and Megan look forward to hunting for beach glass, checking out the island, and scouting out fun places to dine and explore. With this in mind, we rented a couple of golf carts, the preferred means of transportation for visitors to the island. The boat trip of 176 miles from Jupiter Inlet to Green Turtle required about 5 hours to complete. The seascapes we enjoyed on the commute were spectacular, particularly during the Little Bahama Bank crossing, which comprised about two-thirds of the journey. The center of the Green Turtle Key community is the New Plymouth settlement. Here you can still see some evidence of the destruction left in the path of Hurricane Dorian in August of 2019, although it is apparent that the island tourism has completely recovered. As soon as we arrived, we encountered the friendly and most accommodating local folks, many of whom have lived their entire lives here on this little piece of heaven. You can readily find just about anything you need to make your stay perfect in New Plymouth. We hired a local guide, the very experienced and most capable Captain Chris Jones, to take over boat operations for the entire duration of our stay. Having no familiarity with the surrounding waters ourselves, this decision proved to be wise. In addition to his skillful navigation around shallow reef waters, Chris shared fishing techniques, filleted our catch at the dock, and offered his extraordinary chef services. More on this later. Our first dive was on the wreck of a Civil War vintage U.S. Navy frigate, the USS San Jacinto. A 234-foot steam and wind-powered ship, the San Jacinto struck a reef on December 31st, 1864, in the dark of night. Although at the time the seas were calm, attempts to free the ship were not completed before dawn, when the historical record indicates that a powerful easterly wind began to blow, which swamped the vessel. She settled in 40 feet of water, just off No Name Key. In the 160 years since that fateful night, the ship's remains have been battered by storms, and oxidation of the substantial metal components has eaten away at the supporting structures. However, large metal objects like the boiler and various drivetrain components stand proud of the wreckage and are now cloaked in a veneer of coral and sponge. Brad landed this huge mutton snapper from a depth of 190 feet. When we returned to the rental cottage, Chris filleted it, divided some of the fish into serving-sized pieces, marinated them in mojo sauce, grilled them on an outdoor grill, and served them up. He took what remained of the fish and used it to make a beautiful ceviche using fresh squeezed local limes and chopped peppers, tomatoes, and onions. Brad put a big steak on the grill, which was divided into individual portions. Then Chris whipped up a pan of homemade bread and pastry with guava jam in the center. Trudy contributed an amazing key lime pie with mile-high meringue and baked by the chef at the McIntosh restaurant in New Plymouth.